Hey everyone, James Kratch here with Duggan. Here at the NFL owner meetings. It's in the books, it's over, everyone's gone home basically except for us. Ben McAdoo talked on Tuesday from the media for 50 minutes. He said a couple of newsworthy things. One of the things that really caught people's eye was he raved about Geno Smith, the ex-Jets quarterback, now with the Giants, about his ability, his talent level. And he said that he could see him, now look, this was a tepid endorsement, but he said he could see him potentially being Eli Manning's replacement at some point down the road.
Yeah. I think the thing you have to keep in mind is they brought this guy in. He's young. What else is he gonna say? I know we always take everything and run with it, but what's he gonna say? No, he's definitely never gonna be a starter here. He's just a backup and holding down a spot. But it's also a realistic way to look at it, because the other thing I thought was more interesting was he said, basically, if you stacked him up in this draft class, he's as good as maybe anybody in it. So if Geno was in this draft class, the Giants, would be interested in him. So clearly, obviously, he's 4 years older and he's had all the incidents with the Jets, but he's a guy who they're intrigued by his talent. I think they see something there. Obviously it didn't go great when he was, with the neighbors at MetLife Stadium, but obviously Ben has confidence in what he can do with a quarterback. But I think the Eli successor thing, obviously that's a little ways down the road, but there's no reason not to think that. You brought this guy in because you like him. Obviously they're hoping it's 2 or 3 years down the road before they're even having this conversation. But it definitely was interesting. He definitely threw a little chum there that now everyone's like, oh my goodness, you're saying Geno Smith could be Eli's successor?
I mean, first things first, that draft comment, like if you rep one of the quarterbacks in the draft, I would not be too happy. And two, if you got to wonder, it was Ben tipping his hand in a way, basically saying, I'll talk about it, they get drafted quarterback. I mean, if Geno Smith and what we've seen from Geno Smith in his 4 years in the NFL is comparable to the top of the quarterback class this year, the Giants probably should not be wading into that water. I mean, the thing that fascinates me, and McAdoo, he said that, he thinks Geno's going to be okay in the locker room and everything, and that's probably the case. I mean, I would think the Giants would argue they have a stronger locker room than the Jets did, obviously, right. and the Jets always are kind of a circus atmosphere. And look, Geno was like the guy in Florham Park. Even when he wasn't playing, he was still a main character in the ongoing Jets quarterback saga. He's not that here, but at the same time, I just really wonder, I mean, Geno, he's not going to come to the Giants and kind of fade into the background. I mean, Geno's the most talked about third-string quarterback since Tim Tebow.
Well, that's
in
true.
This town.
But he, once the season starts and Eli's, starting streak, hits 215 and
he's got to get to the season, and I just wonder, is he going to be able to get himself to that point? Potentially earn a roster spot, improve himself as a player, and then deal. I mean, look, we're gonna want to talk to him when OTA starts. There's gonna be a lot of media attention around Geno. People are gonna be dissecting every throw he makes. I mean, I just wonder if Geno's gonna be able to kind of handle all that attention and turn it into something positive, something he really didn't do with the Jets.
But I think that's where the Giants have handled this well, because there's no risk. If he can't play, if he's injured, if he has problems in the locker room, just cut him. And it's nothing like the Jets having a big investment in a guy. So low risk, and I don't know, according to Ben McAdoo, potentially high reward.
That's it for us here. NFL owners meetings in the book. We're gonna go back to Jersey. A slow couple of weeks. OTA start for the Giants. Who would have thought Geno Smith would be on the Giants roster in 2017 as they're about to begin the offseason program, then OTAs and minicamp and the season, obviously. But Geno's a Giant, and looks like they have some expectations and some hopes for him. We'll see if it pans out. We'll see you later.